This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, change for the University of Otago as its research priorities are shuffled and not everyone is happy. It's time to step up or ship out. That's the message from the authorities as they consider a bar owner's on-licence renewal. And nationwide planning issues get the once-over at a locally held conference. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. The University of Otago is changing its main research priorities, announcing 13 special projects. The research themes involve collaborations between different university departments and other organisations. And while the shift in focus is exciting some, it brings disappointment for others.
Launching a new phase in tertiary research, University of Otago staff have gathered to learn more about the 13 projects being given top priority over the next 3 years. The research themes beat other proposed pieces of work in the jostle for contestable funding.
We incentivise that with a small amount of money. I won't specify exactly how much each of them gets, but it's enough to run a lean operation of coordinating.
The university renews its 13 research themes every 3 years. This time around, 9 brand new projects have been chosen alongside 4 pre-existing ones. That's cause for celebration for many staff, but it means 9 previous top collaborations have either come to the end of their life, been disestablished, or now rely on outside funding.
There are some disappointed people who would have liked to have carried on with their existing themes, but that's the nice thing about a university. We're a nice collegial environment, but we're also a competitive environment, and it is the things that are of highest quality that we will value and will want to support.
The research themes cover a wide range of topics, from making New Zealand smoke-free to Māori teaching and the health of Indigenous populations. They're designed to build on the university's strengths and deliver findings with global significance. One such project is about sustainable energy use, and another deals with the environment.
A real strength in Otago University looking at polar research. So we've got people looking at Arctic and Antarctic research. So that's the global context.
It's hoped the new phase of research attracts millions of dollars in outside funding for the university and its staff to continue leading the way. Rosie Mannins, 39 Dunedin News.
Medical experts are warning about the high chance of a whooping cough outbreak this year, with cases doubling throughout the country. The last outbreak of the disease was 3 years ago, and paediatric specialists say the country is now due for another. Cases were reportedly more than double what they were at this time last year. Medical professionals are urging patients to immunise themselves and their children against the deadly disease. Whooping cough mostly affects young babies. It is highly contagious and can be fatal. Large outbreaks occur every 2 to 5 years, and the last was reportedly one of the worst on record. A Central City venue owner is waiting to hear whether his on-licence will be renewed. It's opposed by police and health officials who say the owner has a lackadaisical attitude towards host responsibility. And they say it's time he either steps up or ships out.
Making his case, Sammy's owner and operator Samuel Chin is fighting to have his on-licence renewed for his Crawford Street entertainment venue. But that's raised concerns from police, stemming from a meeting with Chin last year to determine his knowledge of the applicable alcohol legislation.
The answers to the questions were among the poorest I've heard. For a licensee of over 12 years' experience, to answer the way Mr Chin did was unacceptable. It appeared Mr Chin had done no preparation for this interview.
Police say Chin was unable to name the 3 accepted forms of age identification and struggled to outline best practice for dealing with intoxicated people. The committee noted that in the past, police and other authorities have been tolerant with Chin, issuing only 1 warning. But Sergeant Paulin says the proprietors had enough chances.
The applicant has failed to change, he's failed to keep on top of the new legislation trends, he's failed to heed the advice of the agencies, which we've given them every opportunity over the last 5 years that I've been doing this job. So we've heard so many times it won't happen again.
At the hearing, Chin accepted without rebuttal what police and staff from other agencies said about him. He says he's made mistakes in the past, but he's ready to do what he can to comply with the law.
Obviously, it's more serious. Before I was just saying yes, no, yes, and not doing anything about it. Because for here, I know I have to basically pull my finger out and just do the right thing.
Several ways to address some of the perceived issues have been discussed at the hearing. They include the implementation of a manager to oversee the liquor side of things, as well as an earlier one-way door policy. The Dunedin District Licensing Committee will make a decision about the on-licence in coming days. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
There have been more thefts of transport equipment in the city following a string of stolen bicycles. Now police are investigating the theft of several motorised scooters. A moped or something similar was reportedly taken from the Dowling Street steps early yesterday morning. Around the same time, another scooter was stolen from outside a Maitland Street house in Mornington. Officers are still looking for 3 push bikes stolen from the South Dunedin area over the past few days. Police say residents need to better secure their property, with petty crime a growing problem. Several major planning issues affecting the country are up for discussion at a summit being held locally. Hundreds of delegates have gathered in Dunedin for the New Zealand Planning Institute's annual conference, and organisers are keen to get attendees thinking about the big picture.
Gaining insight from top industry experts. More than 500 people with an interest or background in planning are in Dunedin for the New Zealand Planning Institute's annual conference. For the next few days, attendees are being encouraged to connect with their peers and discuss what's next in their respective planning fields.
Everyone, you, me, we live in communities, we've got houses, we have schools, we have work, we have families, we have all these things that are going on. So planning is all about, planning for our future and how those things are going to come together in the future. But it's more than just tomorrow, it's really, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years from now.
The convention brings together a myriad of people, including the country's top planning practitioners, council members and environmental scientists. It's a forum for those attending to share ideas about the issues of concern with people in charge of the planning industry.
It's a broad field, isn't it? It can cover anything. So the thing with the conference is that we can channel down and look at a few key themes that are current, that are relevant to planners today, or that issues that are facing communities and people in our regions.
Keynote speakers include former Prime Minister Sir Geoffrey Palmer and Housing and Environment Minister Nick Smith. The key focus for the Dunedin conference is looking ahead to the future, a topic Julian says contains several important subcategories.
The issues around climate change and the risks of sea level rise, we have to plan for that. We can't sort of hide our head in the sand, we have to plan for that now. Water and water quality, the land uses that we undertake on our lands affect our water quality. But in contrast to that, we've also got urbanisation and growth issues.
The cost of infrastructure to support growing communities, especially in Auckland and post-quake Christchurch, is also a focus. That'll give these guys plenty to think about over the remaining 2 days of the conference and beyond. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, we find out which local school is working with the council to reduce waste, and volunteering gets a push on campus.
Far too much stock. Alex Campbell Menswear, South Dunedin. Don't let me bore you, but it's rock bottom. Jeans, $40. Casual pants from only $20. Shorts from $30. Hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of shirts at rock bottom prices from $20. And knitwear from $50. That's rock bottom.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
It's rock bottom.
For professional, reliable and approachable service where your dream kitchen design can become an affordable reality, contact the team at Kitchens for Less. Call 455 9973 or visit us online.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility Scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
l'efficacité sur la pointure des pieds maintenant.
Oui, tu vas voir Marjolaine et le maquillage. D'accord, ok.
Ecrotech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 11 7766.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Tune in on Thursday for Motorsport Night on Dunedin Television.
Welcome back. 3 technology start-up companies with strong links to Dunedin have each attracted almost $500,000 in government loans. Each is getting $450,000 in repayable loans through the government agency Callaghan Innovation. The companies are Masterplex, Upstream Medical Technologies and Fishery Logistics. They're among 11 technology startups granted loans in the latest round of support through Callaghan Innovation. It's for companies to commercialise new intellectual property and get products to market. Loans are repaid as the ventures begin to earn revenue. And on that note, let's take a look at today's financials. The NZX 50 in fact has gone up 52 points. It's now at 6,778. The FTSE is up 42 points. And to the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is trending upwards against all the currencies we follow. A local primary school is working to reduce waste and is getting some help from the Dunedin City Council. Staff monitored the waste generated at a recent St Leonard's School fair, and Principal Joe Wilson joins us to talk about it. Good evening.
Good evening.
What is the school's aim in relation to waste?
Well, it is reduction. As long as we can reduce the waste as much as possible, that's really what we're looking for. I don't think we'll get zero waste, but we'll be very, very close to it, so that's our aim.
How long have you been working on this?
It's a process that is going to go on and on. So it started a few years ago just by slowly getting rid of some of the bins around the school and saying this time this is where it goes. Policies like making sure lunches and wrappings go back home rather than stay in the school rubbish bins. So it's been working like that, so this was just a perfect opportunity. And
your recent fair was used as a test case. Tell us about that.
Oh, it was great because we're trying to get to our green and gold Enviro School award, and we're silver at the moment. I was just talking to the Enviro resource person and she said, "Now, I have someone who might be interested in something that you could do. Let's get together." So the staff meeting came, 30 seconds into that. Catherine from the DCC had been talking about what we could do and the staff were on board, and then it was all go. It was like, right, it's something we have to do. As part of our school values, one of them is to be environmentally friendly, and we try and encourage the children to be part of the solution, not the problem. So it was a no-brainer to say, right, we have to do this.
And what was the City Council's involvement?
They were brilliant. First of all, just giving lots of suggestions about things that we could do and ways to be more aware when you are running the fair or the stalls, or even what sort of prizes you would have, what wrapping you could use, and how to actually reduce that as much as possible. So they worked through the whole thing, and they gave us these the large bins with flags that we could have at the fair, which made a huge difference because people knew straight away where to go and where to put their rubbish. So I would say after fairs that you were going, oh, look at that rubbish around or floating afterwards, there was nothing like that at all, which was brilliant. And we ended up with one very small, almost just 2 shopping bags of rubbish, and that was it. And the rest of it compostable.
Well done.
Yeah.
Which types of waste were you focusing on?
We were just looking at making sure that any of the wrappings or any of the plates, utensils, serviettes and all of that could be compostable. So it's gone straight into our compost, put it together, get it broken down, and then we'll be able to resell it.
Have you got any results back yet?
Just nothing official yet, so they're still looking through. Once we did the audit of everything, we just found that yes, it was a brilliant result. Basically, we were very happy, and the fact that I could walk around once the fair had finished and there was no rubbish anywhere, it was that was brilliant, and that was just this tiny little amount that we had to put out. Yeah.
How is these initiatives teaching the children about sustainability?
I think it's because you really have to look at that the children have to do it. They have to be aware of those sorts of things and what the possibilities are, that there is always in a very small way you can actually make a difference, and then if they educate their parents, then hopefully the flow-on effect will carry on so we can reduce the waste everywhere.
Do you know of any other local schools that are doing a similar thing?
Haven't heard at the moment, especially that, so the children were very excited that we were the test case and that we would be able to see what was going on. And the rest, as always, everyone's trying to recycle, so this was just another step up.
St Leonard's School Principal Jo Wilson, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, volunteering is promoted on campus. Some are on the streets to see if you're getting the flu jab this year.
Sir Bob Charles, New Zealand's greatest golfer and still going strong.
I'm sure that Sportsville was a contributing factor to my success, and I'll continue to use it.
Sir Bob Charles Sportsville, a product so good he puts his name to it.
Well, I believe Sportsville helps maintain your quality of life.
Now being used by active men and women globally to support strength and mobility.
It works for me.
Sir Bob Charles Sportsville in the new all-black pack. Call now for the Sportsville special. 0800 502 402.
On m'a demandé d'égalité sur la voiture des pieds maintenant. Oui, tu vas voir Marjolaine et le maquillage. D'accord, ok.
Mobility scooters Otago. Mobility scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 Canudwood Street, opposite Westpac.
Ecro Tech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 11 7766.
New Zealand Beeswax Limited are the quintessential beeswax, woodware and beekeeping suppliers. From the amateur beekeeper to the commercial operator, New Zealand Beeswax Limited has the quantity to meet your needs. For great prices, great service New Zealand-wide, contact New Zealand Beeswax Limited on 03 693 9189 or visit www.beeswax.co.nz. Ready Lawn has the perfect solution for all those lawn woes. Call Ready Lawn today on 486 1819.
Far too much stock. Alex Campbell Menswear, South Dunedin. Don't let me bore you, but it's rock bottom. Jeans, $40. Casual pants from only $20. Shorts from $30. Hundreds of them. Hundreds and hundreds of shirts at rock bottom prices. From $20. And knitwear from $50. That's rock bottom.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
It's rock bottom.
It's generally not a job that we can't get a door out and in a day.
It's important to make sure you get a good design because you're going to be in it for the rest of your life.
There's no schemes that are wrong when it's a personal choice thing, but some do look better than others.
Here's something else to look forward to sinking your teeth into every weekend with the Otago Daily Times, the Weekend Mix, your guide to what's hot in fashion, entertainment, food and more. New weekend magazine in your ODT. Pick up your copy this Saturday.
Welcome back. University of Otago students are being urged to mark in for a good cause. They've been introduced to a range of volunteering options at a yearly expo on campus to learn how they can help the community. But organisations aren't the only beneficiaries.
Taking time out from study to give back. These tertiary students are looking at ways they can help in the community by volunteering their time.
The Volunteer Fair is an annual event where we bring about 24 to 30 different community organisations here on campus so that they have the opportunity to meet face to face with a lot of the students looking for volunteer opportunities.
Students got the chance to talk to people from different organisations and sign up for volunteering spaces. There were around 30 stalls set up from places including the Red Cross, the Cancer Society and Orokonui Eco Sanctuary. But Lau says it's not just big outfits needing help.
We've also got some organisations who might be less top of mind for students thinking about volunteering. So we have Studio 2 with the Margaret Freeman Gallery, and they work with artists living with disabilities. And we also have Animal Rescue New Zealand.
The expo has been running for 3 years, and Lau says volunteering has been a growing trend among students in that time. She says it's a great way to support the community and build transferable skills for the workforce.
By and large, for most students, it's an opportunity to connect with their community and give back, because they know that often it can be easy to get trapped in the student bubble, and this is their way of actively making sure that they get outside of it.
The university's volunteer centre is expecting nearly 1,000 students to sign up for various tasks as a result of the expo. Annabelle Dick, 39, Dunedin News.
Medical professionals are encouraging residents to get immunised against the flu before winter hits. More than 1 million doses of the latest vaccine are being distributed throughout the country. Our Word on the Street team asked members of the public if they're getting the flu jab this year.
No, I won't be getting it. My doctor actually suggested, because I'm 63 and I should be getting it, but I'm not getting it because I have got it in the past and still got the flu.
No, because I'm afraid of needles. But I'm offered it free because I do have asthma, so yeah, it is. But no, I'm not going to have it.
Probably, there's no reason not to really.
Yes, I am. It's been offered to me free of charge from my employer, which I think is great. And it provides some protection against the flu, so I'm all for it.
I won't be getting the flu jab only because I'm too lazy and I could go and get it. My boss is even paying for it, but I haven't got around to it.
From my understanding that it mutates from year to year anyway, so yeah. So I'm just not feeling all that safe about getting jabbed with something.
No, just because I don't normally get sick.
Flying back to Auckland tonight and I'll be getting the jab when I get home.
Yes, because I'm diabetic and I have to get it, so because I get quite sick quite often.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. The university is launching its top 13 research priorities for the next 3 years, which is set to have global ramifications. Police and health officials are opposing the renewal of an on licence for Sammy's, claiming the owner isn't a responsible host. And hundreds of top planners and leaders are mapping out New Zealand's future at a national conference which is being held in the city this week. It's time now to find out what's going to be in Thursday's Otago Daily Times, and Deputy Editor Craig Page joins us. Good evening.
Good evening, Rebecca. We've been along to the New Zealand Planning Conference as well today and sat in an interesting session on climate change where there were some concerns raised about South Dunedin, identified as one of the worst areas in New Zealand, and potentially have some serious problems there with flooding as sea level rise and also liquefaction in the event of earthquakes. So we'll have a bit more detail on that tomorrow as well. And also a bit of a sad story on a promising Dunedin athlete, Andrew White, who was national 400 metre champion, closing in on qualifying for the Olympics in Rio this year, but has been injured and has had to pull out of training. So that's the end of it for him, unfortunately. He's now looking to move to Christchurch and sort of kick-start his career in a few months' time and maybe target 800 metres in the Olympics in 4 years' time.
Oh, good luck to him. We can read all about that, though, in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Time now for local weather.
This weather report proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn Sportsville.
And here is our city view that's taken of people relaxing on the grass outside Otago Museum. Around the city at 3 o'clock today, 15 degrees for the central city, 17 at the Gardens and 18 for the Tyree. To the situation, and the cool southwest flow continues while an anticyclone will extend onto central New Zealand from tomorrow. To the forecast for some of the main towns in the lower South Island for tomorrow. It's pretty static. Some cloud with westerlies for Invercargill, Gore and Te Anau, and a fine day for Alexandra with a high of 17. And it's a fine one as well for Queenstown, Oamaru, Wanaka and Twizel with highs of around 16 or 17 degrees. And Dunedin tonight remaining fine but a little bit chilly with 2 degrees. Tomorrow and Friday sunny periods with sou'westers. We're expecting 15 tomorrow, 17 on Friday. And finally to the Otago Pallet Fires tidal and fishing information. High tide tomorrow morning is at 10 to 10 and low tide follows at 25 past 4. Fishing conditions are finally looking good tomorrow at around 6:30 a.m. Good luck with that. And that's all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for Wednesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand.